Picture this for a second. You're just chilling on the couch, totally relaxed, while a digital twin, an AI clone that sounds and thinks exactly like you, is busy handling all your tedious email replies and drafting up project proposals. Sounds totally like a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's actually not. In fact, it's something you can build right now, and it is surprisingly easy. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can use Claude Code to build your very own highly accurate AI clone in just 7 days.
Okay, let's dive into this. What if AI could actually do your work for you? Like I said, this isn't some futuristic dream. You literally just need your current local PC and a tool budget of about 3,000 yen, which is roughly 20 bucks a month, and you can create a digital twin that is incredibly accurate to who you are.
Now, you might be wondering, is it really that simple? Well, yes, and major corporations have already proven this exact methodology. Take the GMO Internet Group, for example. When they built an AI clone of their CEO, Masatoshi Kumagai, to replicate his decision-making, they didn't build some massive, complicated system from scratch. They officially stated that a digital twin can be built just by having the AI read a person's past writings about the equivalent of a single book. So we know for a fact that this approach absolutely works.
So, how do we build the home for this AI clone? It is shockingly simple. You just need 3 things on your computer. First, an inbox folder. Think of this like a mailbox where you just drop in your daily thoughts. Second, a knowledge folder, which acts as the AI's brain or bookshelf for organized information. And third, a single file called Claude.md, which is essentially the rulebook. That's the whole shebang. Actually, overcomplicating the folder structure is the #1 reason people fail at this. Starting with this incredibly simple blueprint is absolutely crucial for success.
Let's talk about that Claude.md file, because this single file acts as the ultimate guardrail for your AI. Step 1 is defining its purpose. Simply state, training my AI clone. Step 2 is setting strict do-not-do rules, things like no real names or no sharing data. But step 3 is where a lot of people mess up. You have to keep this file extremely concise, because the AI reads this file every single time. Packing it with too much info burns through processing power or token usage incredibly fast. Leave the detailed tone guidelines for the knowledge folder and keep this rulebook as short as possible.
Let's move to and see how this builds across our 7-day incubation timeline, which is really the core of this whole experiment. Day 1 is all about setting up those folders and doing a baseline test. Then, from day 2 through 6, you just write simple daily diaries on your phone. Finally, on day 7, you have the AI organize those diaries into its knowledge folder and test it again. It's wild to see how much the AI transforms in just 1 week.
To really appreciate the growth, we need a day 1 baseline. At this point, the AI knows absolutely nothing about you. If you ask it, predict my daily schedule, it's going to give you a cold response like, I have no data, so I cannot predict your schedule. If you ask it to write a message, it might even use the wrong personal pronouns. It's a completely blank canvas, which just proves how generic the baseline model really is.
So how do we start injecting your personality into it? Get this. Research shows that providing just 2 paragraphs of your actual past writing improves the AI's tone replication by up to 23.5 times compared to just trying to describe your tone with words. 23.5 times. Showing it real examples of how you speak is literally the ultimate shortcut.
But analyzing your past writing is only half the battle. The real secret sauce is what we call negative prompting. This means explicitly telling the AI what not to do. Sure, you want it to analyze your pacing and catchphrases, but you also need to set strict boundaries, like do not use pushy language or do not use overly formal words. Telling it what to avoid is absolutely key to stripping away that robotic AI feel and capturing your true, authentic voice.
Once the tone baseline is set, days 2 through 6 are all about the effortless diary method. You don't need to be a good writer for this. Every night, just dump your honest thoughts, feelings, and what you did that day into your phone's notepad, and drop that text right into the inbox folder. It could be completely messy and disorganized. You're just giving the AI the raw material of your daily life.
Then we hit day 7. This is the incubation and synthesis phase, where the magic really happens. You don't have to organize anything yourself. You simply command Claude Code to read through all that messy, raw data sitting in the inbox and cleanly organize it into the knowledge folder. The AI acts as its own librarian, structuring your scattered thoughts into a solid foundation of knowledge.
Now, why not just leave the data messy?
Well, to put that into perspective, Anthropic, the company behind Claude, did their own official research and found that an AI with a properly organized memory performs 39% better than one with disorganized data. Taking that one simple step to let the AI organize your inbox into its knowledge base gives you a massive performance boost.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the dramatic Day 7 payoff. Remember that Day 1 test where the AI had no clue what your day looked like? When we ask the Day 7 AI the exact same question, it fires back with, morning, check X. Afternoon, corporate training, boom. In just 1 week, it perfectly predicted the daily routine and totally nailed the personalized tone.
We do need to be totally transparent about the current limitations, though. After 7 days, the AI captures your tone and speech habits with about a 70% accuracy, which is great. But replicating your true judgment and deep thinking, that sits at about 50%. Tone is relatively easy to mimic quickly, but understanding why you make certain decisions takes a lot more time and a lot more diary data to get right.
And because this clone is literally learning your deepest habits, your routines, and your decision-making processes, strict security is absolutely non-negotiable. There are 3 ironclad rules here. Never, ever use the conversation share link function, never include real names, client details, or passwords in your data, and always keep the AI strictly confined to your local PC folders. You have to keep this data locked down to prevent any leaks.
So, we've talked a lot about the how, but let's talk about the why. Because the true goal of building an AI clone isn't actually just about saving time. Sure, having a digital twin draft your emails and act as a sounding board is amazing. But beneath all that efficiency, there's the hidden, much more profound benefit to this whole process.
So, the crucial point is this concept of jiko gengoka, which translates to self-verbalization. Think about it. By feeding an AI your daily diaries and forcing it to understand you, you are essentially forcing yourself to confront your own subconscious habits, biases, and decision-making criteria. You end up putting words to things you do automatically. In a weird way, you actually end up learning way more about yourself than the AI does.
I want to leave you with a pretty mind-bending thought from the source material. What would happen if your 20-year-old AI clone had a conversation with your 30-year-old AI clone? By building your digital twin today, you're essentially archiving your current self, your thoughts, your values, your exact personality for the future. It's like the ultimate time capsule. So why not start building yours today?